canonized or beatified over 1,800 men and women, 1,338 beatifications, 432 canonizations. Now let's put this in perspective. Since 1592 with Pope Clement VIII, up to 1979 with Pope Paul VI, 1979 being the year that John Paul II himself became Pope, there were 302 canonizations. John Paul II had 482. A difference of 180 people. And the reason he did this is that he wanted people to understand that sanctity wasn't just for some people back in the Middle Ages. That it wasn't even for people back in the 1800s, like Saint Therese of Lisieux. That's for people like you and for people like me. That all of us have the possibility of becoming saints. Still, it's a lot of people, and you can be forgiven. We can all be forgiven for not knowing that. So the question is, how do I join their company? How do I become a saint? More importantly, or just as importantly, how do I help others become saints? One thing I learned in researching this book, 39 New Things You Should Know, that saints don't just happen, obviously. Now, granted, I tell the story where God did touch certain people in a remarkable way. Some, very, very good. Most, however, grew in the holiness. And they were helped in that, and that they typically grew up in very religious households, where the spiritual sensibility was profound. So they went to regular, sometimes even daily mass. They prayed family rosary on a daily basis. They had celebration of name days. That's where you throw a party for someone in the family on the feast day of the saint after whom they were named. Their parishes celebrated the feast of the patronal saint. So, for instance, we are here in the Church of St. Francis of Assisi. And so on his feast day, or some feast day associated with him, they would have a big party, a huge celebration, carnival, games, festivities, all that sort of thing. And then there was the reading of scripture and so on and so on and so on. So if these things are not a part of your spiritual life, you're still breathing. There's still time. So you can still make a start. You can still make a start. As I wrote this book, several other things came through very, very clearly. For instance, while some did not have religious parents, most did. Most of their parents took their role as first catechists very, very seriously. Their parents did not believe in the eighth sacrament of holy osmosis. That's, where you drop the kid off the CCD and you just kind of hope that our holy faith sinks in, and then they become good Catholics. There was a gentleman who walked into the church, goes into the confessional, and he says, Father, I've been away from the church for 50 years, but I want to come back, I want to make my confession. And the priest says, oh, very, very good, that's great, that's great. And so he starts taking him through the 10 Commandments, and after about an hour or so, he is taking this man's confession. And he says at the end of the confession, my son, for your penance, I want you to say 5 Our Fathers. And the man looks around and kind of up and down, and he says, Father, been away from the church for 50 years. Don't remember Our Fathers. Okay, well, what about 5 Lord Eves? Father, been away from the church for 50 years. I don't remember the Lord Eves. Father's thinking, What about the Angelus? Do you remember the Angelus? And the boy thinks, or the man thinks rather, Angelus. Yeah, I think I can remember the Angelus. Great, I want you to say 5 Angelus. Okay, not a problem. So the man goes out. About 20, 30 seconds later, another man comes in, kneels down, and he says, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Father, wait. Before I go any further, can I ask you a question? He said, yeah, sure, go right ahead. What's with the guy in the pews going, bong, 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 Now, there's many people who will have no idea why that joke is so funny. And is because they've never heard Angelus bells. And maybe they don't even know what the Angelus